Los Angeles wrestling scene is immense, with numerous companies coming through the city hosting shows, dozens of wrestling-specific shops and gyms, and more fans than you can fathom. It's truly a sight to behold. On my quest to get to know the LA wrestling scene, I met Daniel, a native Angelino who's been going to live wrestling events for 9 years. I figured he could tell me quite a bit about the culture.
You watch these wrestlers as a child, as a teenager, and you meet them later in life, you're like, oh my God, they're like so freaking cool. Like guys like John Cena, The Undertaker, CM Punk. Like you meet them later, like, oh my God, like as a teenager or as a child, watch them, like, man, you would never thought, and like, oh, like if you told a 12-year-old me, like, oh, you're gonna meet Kane one day or like Hardy Boys one day, you're like, no freaking way. Like you meet them later on in life. Like it's like wrestling for me personally, that's what gets me through certain situations in life. And it's great to have company with you, especially if you're like 10 guys deep over there, you're just hanging out, getting high, drinking, whatever. And it's all just having a good time, talking crap to the wrestlers and see some great wrestling. And like wrestling just, I don't know, like I tell people this all the time, like wrestling in a sense has like saved me in a way. Like wrestling has given me everything, like friendships, a girlfriend, just memories, moments, and like wrestling is cool. You know, it's great.
Daniel let me know there was even a show that weekend, and it did not disappoint.
Shake, shake, shake! Oh my God!
It's the Lyrical Dragon, man like Doris, repping the 0121. That means I'm from Birmingham, England. When I say 01, you say 21, 01.
2-1. LA is very vocal. If you want to get to know people and really interact, once I saw something, I'm like, game. I know, I was your voice. Don't be afraid to support who you support. Don't be afraid to love who you love. Because LA is totally down and will back you if you just love who you love. Of course. Honestly, if you regularly see a human who do not know at a wrestling show and you see them 3 or 4 times, and you do that like weird like acknowledgement nod, walk up, say hi. They want to make friends just as much as you. They want people that are just as interested and love wrestling as much as you do. So if you regularly just see somebody at a show, be friendly. Like too many people gatekeep for the wrong reasons. Like gatekeep weirdos that are saying creepy shit to women wrestlers out, but don't gatekeep women or femmes or non-binary people from going to shows because you think they don't know anything.
But my quest for knowledge was not complete. I needed to talk to someone who knew the business intimately, someone who, say, trained up-and-coming wrestlers in the Los Angeles area. Someone like Paul London.
We're extremely grateful. We couldn't ask for a better facility. We have a lot of really young, just hungry minds that are just very anxious and dedicated and committed, you know, so that's what it takes. You know, if you bring yourself to the work, I will help you learn not just how to do this, but why to do it, when to do it, da-da-da-da-da, and then we get cooking. And I hope you start to learn things about yourself, and so if professional wrestling is something you're really curious about, whether it be from a manager, a referee, a valet, I mean, a booker, there's other positions. You don't just have to be a wrestler. It's however much of your soul you bring to it, you know, and how much of yourself you bring to the work. I feel like that's the best way to go. I've been extremely fortunate to travel. I've been to more countries than I can remember. And the common word is always wrestling. You know, I remember having a match in France. We had like a post-show dinner. They just pulled out all these long tables, put like a spread over it, and like all this stuff was already kind of, it was just like, this is bizarre. Like everyone's in their gear, like, well, unless you changed. But some of my best friends in the wrestling business to this day, were friendships that are lasting friendships. They're not friendships that are just who could they hop in and you know, get a ride with, and you might have shared a hotel room here and there, this or that, but for whatever reason, things pull you apart. Blah, blah, blah. But their friends are like, they're there throughout whatever happens. Those are the people that like tend to have that same obsession with it. You know, they really, it's, you know, like, why is there something that maybe you're obsessed with? And it's not a bad word.
No,
it can be.
I totally agree. I mean, I agree that it's not a bad word.
At the end of the day, something about wrestlers beating the crap out of each other brings people together.